On July 3, 2023, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine made some major moves with the stroke of his pen signing the state's massive two-year, $60 billion operating budget, but not without some serious edits. How serious? 67 vetoes. That's right. DeWine crossed out 67 specific provisions, reshaping what the next 2 years will look like for Ohio's schools, healthcare, and more. Let's break down what got the axe. First, education. DeWine nixed a plan to let school districts bring in outside contractors for psychologists, counselors, and social workers. He said he was worried about student safety and keeping quality high. He also cut a rule that would have forced the Department of Education to wait for lawmakers' approval before even applying for federal grants, and kept legal counsel for the State Board of Education under the Attorney General, not an outside hire. In health and social services, DeWine blocked a requirement for Medicaid to get legislative approval before changing managed care contracts. He said it could slow things down for families who rely on Medicaid. He also removed limits on the state's power to update Medicaid eligibility and protected the health department's ability to respond fast in public health emergencies, something we all know can be critical. On the business side, DeWine vetoed a tax credit for companies investing in affordable housing, saying he wasn't convinced it would work as promised. He also stopped a call for a statewide study on ending the state income tax, something that could have wide effects on Ohioans and the budget. There were other notable cuts, too. He rejected a plan that would let the General Assembly block state agency rules just by passing a resolution calling it a violation of separation of powers. And he vetoed requirements for state agencies to report on diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as limits to his own power to appoint members to state boards and commissions. So why all the vetoes? DeWine says he wanted to maintain executive authority, keep government running efficiently, and make sure Ohio can respond quickly in a crisis. Protecting education quality and public health were big themes. But it's not all cuts. The budget still invests heavily in schools, mental health, and workforce development. There's expanded access to private school vouchers, more funding for K-12 and college, and tax cuts for both individuals and businesses. Politically, things are interesting. The budget was passed by Ohio's Republican-controlled legislature, but some of their attempts to rein in the governor, they didn't make the final cut. Lawmakers can still try to override DeWine's vetoes, but they'll need a 3/5 majority in both chambers to do it. So as Ohio's new budget kicks in for 2024 and 2025, keep an eye on what stays, what goes, and how these choices shape life in the Buckeye State. I'll keep you updated as the story develops. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more news breakdowns like this.